Ancient Egypt. So, what is the first image that comes to your mind when someone says Ancient Egypt? Is it the pyramids? A pharaoh? Maybe their hieroglyphics? Well, today we're going to learn about the people of ancient Egypt as we go back in time to visit this exotic ancient society that is like no other. Let's start by saying that the ancient Egyptians lasted longer than any other civilization. Well over 3,000 years. Things really took off for them about 3000 BCE and lasted until 30 BCE, which brought the end of their civilization as they knew it. In the meantime, and for many, many centuries, they flourished along the banks of the Nile and transformed it into the place of wonder that we still enjoy today. Pyramids, temples, and everyday artifacts still survive from these days long past to show us what life was like in the land of the Pharaohs. Anubis is the god of the dead and the afterlife, and we always see him with the head of a jackal. He guides people from the world of the living across the threshold into the afterlife when they die. This role is a very important one because the ancient Egyptians spent a great deal of time preparing for their next life, which they called the afterlife. One of the ways they prepared for the afterlife is to preserve a person's body so that it could be used again. They did this through a process called mummification. The first step of mummification is to remove the organs and then embalm the body. Embalming is a ritual where a combination of oils, salts, and herbs are massaged into the body to preserve it. The body is then wrapped in many long strips of cloth and placed in its tomb to await its next role in the afterlife. We call this wrapped body a mummy. Mummies were then buried in a series of nested coffins, one inside the other. Then, all of the nested coffins were placed in the outermost stone coffin, called a sarcophagus. So, since Anubis is the god of the afterlife, it's not surprising that we find him in many images overseeing the ritual of mummification and burial. Have you ever seen a picture of a mummy? If you have, there is a good chance that it was a mummy of a pharaoh. Join us again for the next part of our Ancient Egypt series, as we have a close look at these magnificent buildings that they have left behind for us to enjoy for centuries to come. See you then.